So, what is a heart wall and why is it important to release the heart wall? In this video, by the end of it, you will learn what a heart wall is, what are its effects, how do you know if you have a heart wall, and the benefits of releasing your heart wall and how to release your heart wall. So, I'm Varney, spiritual teacher, coach, mentor, author, podcaster. Please like and subscribe, and also if you're serious about connecting to your power, releasing your heart wall, and please click the link below for a 30-minute call. Links in description so we can really get the perfect plan of you to help you with the heart wall and whatever else is needing helped with. Okay. So, have you ever thought about why it's important to release your heart wall? What is the actual heart wall? So, the heart wall is an energetic field that when we have had traumas or abuses within our life, we create an energetic field or wall, an energetic wall around our heart center, which actually stops us from opening our heart fully and stops us from being vulnerable. And that's exactly what happens when we build up that protective layer of anger or fear inside of, because the heart is the most important, powerful organ in our bodies. It creates rhythm, it keeps you alive. But the heart center is really what we're looking at, how we behave by how it's affected by outside forces such as stress, anxiety. So there really is sometimes health issues, dis-ease comes within the body if your heart wall is closed off. And how will you know if your heart wall is closed off? Well, you'll have issues with wealth and abundance. You won't allow the flow to come with wealth and abundance. You and how I know this is I actually did my someone's heart wall for them, and the following day they got a substantial check in the post. 2 days later, it was actually a substantial check in the post. Didn't even know it was coming. They didn't even know it was there, and money just started flowing to them. Another thing could be your immune system's down, because the heart wall stops the immune system fully being the best it can be. So you become ill, you pick up things and what have you. You're always feeling low in energy and things as well. You can also have your love language. Your love language is very confused, it's skewed. And what I mean by that is your love language, even when you're trying to be loving to someone, they take it the wrong way and ends up in an argument, or vice versa. Someone's trying to give you some love language and you take it completely the wrong way because it's coming through that heart wall and it just doesn't get through exactly how it's meant to come through. You could also be that you've got you feel a heaviness or discomfort in your chest or your neck or your shoulders. Sometimes that could mean that you've got a heart wall, or you're injured emotionally in the past. You could also have a desensitized heart, where you're numb. You're just numb. You just shut down emotionally. You're out of touch. You feel disconnected. Which inhibits the feel of love, the joy, the gratitude, all those other wonderful feelings. And it's your body's defense mechanism. Is protecting you and your vulnerable heart from hurt and more trauma. And the energetic barrier keeps you from feeling as deeply as you would otherwise would, And it's a shame when you get these this heart wall, but it can be taken out. So ask yourself these questions. Do you feel heaviness, discomfort in your chest or your shoulders? Do you feel numb or closed off to love? Do you struggle to connect with others? I've got some really good videos about that. Have you ever felt emotional heaviness in your heart, as though your heart is breaking? Do you feel as if you can't fully experience joy or love? Have you been injured emotionally in the past? Who hasn't? You know, everybody has, especially when you get to my age anyway. Is it hard for you to connect romantically with your partner? If the answer to these is yes, you know, you may well have a heart wall. And the most effective way to know how to clear the heart wall is using a technique by Dr. Bradley Nelson that's called the emotion code or the body code. And basically what it is it's muscle testing to release stagnant emotions that are in the body. And it's a really powerful, powerful technique. And because the heart wall is typically made of layers of emotional energy which need to be identified, cleared, and processed. And it really does you've got to have a clear intention that it is the heart wall. So when you've got the heart wall, you actually this is what's going on. Your immune system's low. Not always, but it can be. Your love language is skewed. You are numb. You're disintegrated with yourself. You know, you can't connect with others. You are what's the other one? What's the other one? Immune system, the love language, the disconnection, the love language, the wealth issues, the abundance issues. They you know, you find it very hard to bring wealth, or you're in victim and blame. You find that you're in victim, you're blaming other people all the time for your mishaps, or you're talk very negative all the time, and you find it very hard to feel emotion. You find it very hard to feel it. And I've seen this with many clients and students. When we release the heart wall, they feel a sense of immediate shift. You know, sometimes when we're clearing the heart wall, there's masses of tears. When I've cleared heart walls, my ancestors have come in. You know, I've had these feathers that have been all tightly together, and you know, and the air's palpable when we're doing ancestral work. So it really goes back way down the lines when we release that heart wall. Many people feel a complete lightness within their energy, even after a short period of processing. They start to begin and feel love, joy, and sometimes for the first time ever, or in years anyway. And it comes as a surprise to them. You know, it's a powerful transformation tool. It really does help the heart wall. And if trapped emotions can come to form, you know, because that's what it is, it's trapped emotions that's in your energetic field. That's what's actually happening when you have a heart wall. And it doesn't necessarily have to be in the heart. It could be anywhere in your energetic field. It could be causing you pain in your body. It can be causing dis-ease within the body, you know, because here's some examples of how trapped emotions can be in the mind, the body, and the spirit. You can have divorce relationship issues. You can have feelings of inferiority. You can have financial hardship, home or work stress, internalization of feelings, long-term stress, loss of a loved one. And what I mean by that is you've not grieved, you've not let that go. Miscarriage or abortion, energy stays in there. Negative feelings about the self or others. Know myself, I used to be a really negative self-talker. Negative self-talk, neglect or abandonment, physical illness of yourself or a loved one, physical or emotional combat, physical trauma, physical abuse, physical, mental, verbal, sexual abuse, rejection, PTSD is a big one, postnatal depression, womb Mother's, father's emotional state, mostly mothers, comes and actually traps in our emotional body. Amazing, isn't it? It's absolutely amazing. And your passion and purpose. So you've got your immune system. Your immune system can be low. Yeah. You have a desensitized heart. So what I mean by that is you're numb. You just don't feel. You say things, you don't even think you're saying anything wrong, and people are taking it all the wrong way. And that was me to a T. You don't feel love. You don't know what love is. You know, when somebody says to you, do you love yourself? I don't know. Well, what does love mean? Yeah. That's a desensitized heart. You have your passion and your purpose. You know how many people I come across that do not know what their passion and their purpose is? They just don't know what it is. Haven't got a clue. Yeah. And then you've got your love language. Your love language is when you're with another partner and you really are trying to be loving, and they take it completely the wrong way, and they go in the huff and blah blah blah, and arguments ensue, or vice versa. You know, they're trying to give you love language, and what happens is it comes in, but you take it the wrong way. You don't see it how it's coming, and starts, you go in the huff, and you know, all those kind of things. And then your abundance and your wealth, you know, if your heart walls, if you've got a heart wall there, you can be stopping that abundance and that wealth coming through and allowing it to flow, giving and receiving, giving and receiving. You could be just giving, or you could be just receiving. Yeah. And what I mean by receiving is what I mean by it's you're holding it tight and you're not letting it go. You know, you're scared to let it go. That's what I mean. Yeah, but these are all to do with the heart wall. And you need to ask yourself how serious you are at finding who you are behind that heart wall, and how would it feel like to have complete peace to have with your past. How good does that feel, by the way? How good would it be to have live a life worth living? And do you have a heart wall? Ask these questions, you know. Can I release the heart wall? Can I strengthen my immune system? Ask yourself these things. It's all there. And if you feel that you need help with this, click the link below. Let's jump on a call with me. 30-minute call. Let's see if we can do something. Let's see what's needed, because it could be other things there as well. Okay, I'm Varney, spiritual teacher, mentor, coach, and author and podcaster. Please like and subscribe to the channel. It would be so much appreciated. And of course, thank you for listening.